Hello, welcome to the self-learning platform by Dr. Sushma Singh. Today we start Unit 2, Conceptual Analysis of Peace and Conflict. And our topic is State as an Instrument of Peace. The state has gradually evolved to provide a framework for orderly organization of society. Views differ whether the underlines is only in the interest of a single segment of society, like the rich, the strong, etc., or in the general interest of the society as a whole. Whatever may be the degrees of truth that such contending views may contain, it cannot be denied that the state provides a binding framework to hold the society together. And this framework is justified ostensibly to maintain law and order. This is the reason why the state's functions centers around law. In fact, whatever the state does, it does so through law. Lord Bracy, a famous constitutional and political theorist, characterized the state as King Midas, in that whatever it touches, it converts into law. The three organs of the state, the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, have the law creating, law implementation, and law interpreting functions. It needs to be mentioned that in the long history of human society and the state, a distinctive division of three organs had not always been there. Such a division had only been conceptual. It is only in modern times that the political philosophers not only specifically identified these three functions, but further concluded that for the better ordering of the state and society, the three functions be performed by three separate and distinct structures. We have already mentioned that the purpose of the state is to hold the society together, since policies of persuasion, the role of custom and tradition, and the hold of morality in human relationships play a very significant part in keeping society. The state very much relies on their role. However, it is when tensions and conflicts overtly threaten social order that state, which has an exclusive right to the use of force, resorts to the use of force on behalf of the society. Viewed thus, the state's role in regulating society seems to be not too so much in promoting peace as much with containing conflict. The following devices accomplish the task of containing conflict by passing a framework of laws, rules, and regulations. These laws and rules attempt to lay down the limits for actions of individuals and groups with a view to ensure that such actions do not disturb social peace. By the establishment of a vast network of administrative mechanisms to execute the above mentioned laws and regulations, prominent among the executive branch is the police, branch, which is entrusted with controlling and apprehending crime in society. It is well recognized everywhere that crime is the most explicit and visible manifestation of disturbance to peace. Prevention of crime is therefore recognized as the maintenance of minimum peace in any society. The other branches of the administrative network implement, oversee, and monitor the observation of other laws and rules. Now, the next point is positive functions. The activities of the state are still confined to prohibiting and compelling the activities of the individuals in our society. Many of them also relate to promoting human activity conducive to peaceful living. For the purpose of analysis, such state activity may be divided into two categories. First, promoting individual activities that contribute to social peace, like creating conditions for mutual tolerance of differing ways of thinking and living in a social order. The spread of health and education is essential for the generation of such a social environment. The mobilization of individual disposition to be tolerant towards each other and show their goodwill for the social good thus constitutes a very important element in preserving peace. Second, the state has also the obligation not merely to persuade the citizens to act to promote social good, but also to undertake positive functions such as promotion of environmental protection for social health and peace through an ecologically safeguarded environment. Closely connected with the above mentioned trends of the modern state with enlarged conception of peace is the commitment to human rights. This commitment, as we know, is a more recent one, being an offshoot of the progressive development of democratic theory and practice. Human rights guarantee the citizens not only protection from the excesses of the state and society, but also positive entitlements and facilities for individual growth. Here lies a further endorsement of the incorporation of the maximal or optimal concern for peace by the state. For instance, the Indian Constitution, which should be considered as the philosophical and socio political framework for the Indian state, incorporates as its main commitment the chapter on fundamental rights, which provides for guarantees against state interference with basic individual rights as well as positive commitment from the state to ensure a just social order in which these rights can be accessed by all sections of the society, including those that are socially and educationally backward. Further, the Constitution also incorporates a chapter on directive principles of state policy, which direct or enjoin the state to pursue policies that promote a healthier natural and material environment, as well as ensure a just distribution of material resources of the society. Even though the fundamental rights provisions and the directive principles provision slightly differ in degree of their enforceability, they can together be regarded as one great charter embodying the commitment to a broad conception of peace in society. Now we wrap up the lecture and thank you so much for your attention.